This cricket player went from selling newspapers to earn $14 million, and I'm about to expose the 3 secrets that changed his life forever. Shai Hope's bank account will shock you, but his struggle story will make you cry. Most people think professional athletes have it easy, but Shai's journey includes depression, family pressure, and a moment where he almost threw away his cricket career completely. I'll reveal the exact conversation that saved his future and the business moves that multiplied his wealth beyond cricket. Don't click away, because at the end, I'm sharing the one investment strategy Shai uses that most millionaires ignore. Shai Diego Hope was born on November 10, 1993, in Barbados, where cricket runs through people's blood like oxygen. But being born in a cricket-crazy island doesn't guarantee success. The Hope family lived in a regular neighborhood where money was always a concern. His father worked multiple jobs to keep the family going, while his mother managed the household with whatever little they had. Their house was small, with thin walls where every conversation could be heard in the next room. Shai shared a bedroom with his older brother Kyle, who was already making waves in local cricket circles. Every morning, Shai would wake up to the sound of Kyle practicing his batting strokes outside, the ball hitting the concrete wall with a rhythm that became the soundtrack of his childhood. The pressure started early for young Shai. Everyone in the neighborhood knew Kyle Hope as the talented cricket player, and naturally they expected his little brother to follow the same path. But Shai was different. He was quieter, more thoughtful, and seemed more interested in reading books than playing sports. His parents worried that he wouldn't have the aggressive mindset needed for professional sports. Teachers at school often told him he was too gentle for cricket, that he should focus on academics instead. These comments hurt more than Shai let anyone know. He started playing cricket not because he loved it initially, but because he wanted to prove that he wasn't just Kyle's quiet little brother. At age 7, everything changed when Shai first held a proper cricket bat. The moment the wood touched his hands, something clicked inside his brain. He spent the next few hours in the backyard, hitting balls against the wall with a focus that surprised everyone. His technique was raw, but his concentration was extraordinary. From that day forward, cricket became his obsession. He would practice for hours every day, even when his hands developed blisters and started bleeding. His mother would call him for dinner, but he would beg for just 10 more minutes, which often turned into an hour. The neighbors started noticing this quiet kid who practiced cricket with the intensity of a professional athlete. But talent without opportunity means nothing, and opportunities cost money. Cricket equipment in Barbados was expensive, especially for a family that counted every dollar. Shai's first cricket bat was a hand-me-down from Kyle, with tape holding the handle together. His cricket pads were borrowed from a neighbor's son who had outgrown them. While wealthy kids attended expensive cricket camps and got private coaching, Shai learned by watching others and practicing alone. He would sneak into local cricket grounds after official practice sessions ended, picking up balls left behind and practicing his shots until security guards chased him away. The first major setback came when Shai was just 15 years old. He had finally made it to the Barbados youth cricket team after months of trials and hard work. This was his big break, his chance to show that he belonged among the best young cricketers in the region. The team was preparing for a crucial tournament against other Caribbean islands, and Shai felt like his professional career was about to begin. Then, during a practice match against Trinidad, disaster struck in the worst possible way. A fast bowler delivered a ball that caught Shai off guard, hitting his left hand with tremendous force. The sound of the impact was sickening, and Shai knew immediately that something was seriously wrong. The hospital visit confirmed his worst fear. His finger was broken in multiple places, requiring surgery and at least 3 months of recovery time. For a 15-year-old whose entire identity revolved around cricket, this news was devastating beyond words. He watched helplessly as his teammates continued their preparation while he sat on the sidelines with his hand in a cast. The tournament came and went without him, and Shai felt like his dreams were slipping away with each passing day. Depression hit him like a tsunami. He stopped eating properly, lost interest in everything except cricket, and spent most days lying in bed feeling sorry for himself. His mother noticed the change in her son's behavior and knew she had to act. One evening she found Shai sitting alone in the dark, staring at his unused cricket equipment. Tears were streaming down his face as he wondered if this injury was a sign that cricket wasn't meant for him. His mother sat beside him and shared a story he had never heard before. She told him about his grandfather, who had been a talented musician but gave up his dreams after facing a setback. His grandfather spent the rest of his life regretting that decision, always wondering what could have. She looked directly into Shai's eyes and said something that would change his life forever. She told him that champions aren't made when everything goes perfectly, they're made when they refuse to quit during the darkest moment. Those words hit Shai like lightning, and he made a decision that night that would define his entire future. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, Shai decided to use his recovery time to become mentally stronger. He couldn't practice batting, but he could study the game like never before. He watched countless hours of footage featuring the world's best batsmen, analyzing their techniques frame by frame. He read every cricket book he could find, learning about strategy, psychology, and the mental aspects of the game. He started doing visualization exercises, imagining himself playing perfect shots and handling pressure situations. By the time his hand healed, Shai had transformed from a talented but mentally weak teenager into a focused, determined young man with unshakable confidence. When he returned to cricket after 3 months, everyone noticed the difference. His batting technique had improved dramatically, but more importantly, his mental approach was completely different. He no longer played with fear or doubt. Every shot was executed with purpose and confidence. His coaches were amazed by the transformation, and his teammates started looking up to him as a leader despite his young age. The injury that had seemed like a career-ending disaster had actually become the foundation of his future success. At 18, Shai faced another crushing disappointment that tested his newfound mental strength. He had been performing exceptionally well in domestic cricket, and felt confident about making the West Indies Under-19 World Cup squad. His statistics were impressive, his recent performances had been outstanding, and several cricket experts had mentioned his name as a probable selection. When the squad was announced, Shai waited eagerly for the phone call that would change his life. Instead, he received a brief message informing him that he hadn't been selected. No explanation was given, no feedback was provided, and no encouragement was offered for the future. The rejection hit him harder than the injury had 3 years earlier. This wasn't about bad luck or physical setbacks. This was about being judged and found wanting. Shai locked himself in his room for 2 days, refusing to talk to anyone or eat anything. He questioned everything about his cricket abilities and wondered if all his hard work had been pointless. His brother Kyle tried to console him, but Shai was too hurt to listen to anyone's advice. On the 3rd day, he made a decision that revealed his true character. Instead of quitting cricket or becoming bitter about the rejection, he decided to prove the selectors wrong in the most convincing way possible. Money continued to be a constant struggle during these formative years. While his peers from wealthy families could afford private coaching sessions costing hundreds of dollars, Shai had to find creative ways to improve his game. He took a part-time job delivering newspapers in the early morning, earning just enough money to pay for basic cricket equipment and transportation to matches. The work was exhausting, especially during the hot Caribbean summer, but Shai never complained. He understood that every dollar earned through hard work was more valuable than money received as a gift. This experience with financial struggle taught him lessons about money management that would serve him well when he eventually became wealthy. The breakthrough finally came in 2014 when Shai made his first-class cricket debut for Barbados. This was the moment he had been working toward for years, the first step on the ladder toward international cricket. But even this achievement came with unexpected challenges. The pressure of performing at a higher level was immense, and Shai found himself overthinking every shot. His natural instincts, which had served him so well in youth cricket, seemed to desert him when it mattered most. His first few matches were forgettable performances that left him questioning whether he truly belonged at this level. The local media wasn't kind to the young batsman who had been hyped as a future star. Newspaper articles questioned his temperament, his technique, and his ability to handle pressure. Sports commentators suggested that he might be better suited for lower-level cricket. These criticisms stung, but they also ignited a fire within Shai that had been burning since his under-19 rejection. He realized that he had been playing not to fail rather than playing to succeed, and this mental shift changed everything about his approach to the game. The real turning point in Shai's career came during a regional tournament in 2015 that most cricket fans have forgotten but that remains etched in his memory forever. Barbados was playing Jamaica in a crucial match that would determine which team advanced to the next round. When Shai walked to the crease, his team was in serious trouble, having lost early wickets to some inspired bowling. The crowd was hostile, the pressure was intense, and everything seemed to be going wrong for Barbados. Most young players would have crumbled under such circumstances, but Shai had been preparing for this moment his entire life. Something extraordinary happened as he took his batting stance. All the noise from the crowd faded away, all the pressure disappeared, and all his doubts vanished. For the first time in his cricket career, Shai entered what athletes call the zone, a state of perfect concentration where everything becomes clear and effortless. He batted for over 6 hours, scoring 107 runs without getting out, and single-handedly saved the match for his team. But more importantly than the runs he scored, this innings proved to himself that he had the mental strength to perform under extreme pressure. The quiet confidence that would become his trademark was born during those 6 hours of batting perfection. This performance opened the door to international cricket, but the transition to the highest level was brutal in ways Shai hadn't anticipated. His Test debut for the West Indies in 2015 was a complete disaster that left him questioning everything he thought he knew about cricket. He was dismissed for 0 runs in both innings, failing in the most public way possible. The international media was merciless in their criticism, with headlines calling him hopeless and questioning the wisdom of his selection. The scrutiny was unlike anything he had experienced before, and the pressure was suffocating. The mental toll of this failure was enormous. Shai couldn't sleep for weeks after his debut, replaying every ball in his mind and wondering where it had all gone wrong. He started having panic attacks before matches, and his confidence was shattered completely. For the first time since his teenage injury, he seriously considered quitting cricket altogether. The dream he had chased for so long had become a nightmare that haunted him day and night. He felt like he had let down his family, his country, and everyone who had believed in him. But champions don't stay down forever, and Shai's response to this failure defined his character more than any success ever could. He sought help from sports psychologists, learning techniques to manage pressure and anxiety. He worked with mental coaches who taught him meditation and visualizing methods. Most importantly, he accepted that failure was part of the journey rather than the end of it. Slowly but surely, his performances began to improve, and his confidence started returning one match at a time. The defining moment of Shai Hope's entire career came in 2017 during a test match against England at Headingley that cricket historians still talk about today. The West Indies needed 322 runs to win, which seemed virtually impossible given their recent batting struggles. When Shai came to the crease, his team was already in deep trouble at 5 runs for 2 wickets, and most experts expected another embarrassing collapse. But Shai had learned from every failure, every rejection, and every moment of doubt that had brought him to this point. What followed was one of the greatest batting performances in West Indies cricket history. Partnering with Craig Brathwaite, Shai played with a maturity and skill that silenced all his critics forever. He scored 137 runs without getting out, batting for over 9 hours with concentration that bordered on superhuman. Every shot was perfect, every decision was correct, and every moment was executed with the precision of a master craftsman. The West Indies won the match in stunning fashion, and Shai had announced himself as a world-class batsman in the most convincing way possible. This innings transformed everything about Shai's career and financial prospects. His market value in franchise cricket leagues increased dramatically overnight. The Indian Premier League teams that had previously ignored him suddenly wanted to bid for his service. International brands that had never heard of him started approaching his management team with endorsement offers. His base salary from Cricket West Indies increased significantly, and match fees became substantial additions to his income. But most importantly, he had proven to himself and the world that he belonged among cricket's elite performers. Today, Shai Hope's net worth stands at an impressive $14 million, accumulated through multiple income streams that demonstrate smart financial planning. His annual salary from Cricket West Indies is $300,000, which serves as his guaranteed base income regardless of performance or selection. On top of this foundation, he earns substantial match fees for every international game he plays, with test matches paying more than limited overs games. A full year of international cricket can add another $200,000 to his annual earnings, depending on the schedule and his performance bonus. The Indian Premier League represents his biggest single earning opportunity, with contracts potentially worth over $1 million for a single season. Even if he doesn't get picked by a team in the main auction, he can earn substantial amounts in the secondary markets or as a replacement player. The Caribbean Premier League, where he plays for teams in his home region, typically pays him between $100. Other international T20 leagues around the world, including competitions in Australia, England, and the Middle East, provide additional earning opportunities throughout the year. Brand endorsements form a crucial part of his wealth portfolio, with deals that provide both immediate income and long-term financial security. His partnership with major cricket equipment manufacturers ensures he receives both cash payments and free gear worth thousands of dollars annually. Sports drink companies pay him to appear in advertisements and promote their products on social media. Clothing brands want him to wear their apparel during matches and public appearances. Each of these endorsement deals is worth between $50,000 and $500,000 per year, depending on the brand's size and the scope of the agreement. His investment strategy reflects the financial wisdom he gained during his struggling year. Instead of spending lavishly on depreciating assets like expensive cars and jewelry, Shai focuses on investments that generate long-term wealth. His real estate portfolio includes multiple properties in Barbados, purchased both as personal residences and rental income generated. He owns commercial properties that provide steady monthly income, regardless of his cricket performance. His stock market investments are managed by professional advisors, who help him diversify across different sectors and geographical markets. The mansion he calls home in Barbados is impressive, but reflects his practical approach to luxury spending. The property is worth approximately $2 million, and includes all the amenities a professional athlete needs. There's a state-of-the-art gymnasium where he maintains his fitness year-round, complete with cardio equipment, weight training facilities, and recovery tools like ice baths and massage tables. The house features a dedicated media room where he studies footage of upcoming opponents and analyzes his own performances. A professional-grade cricket practice area allows him to train privately without distractions from fans or media. His car collection demonstrates his balance between enjoying success and making smart financial decisions. The Range Rover he drives for family trips costs around $100 and serves the practical purpose of comfortable, safe transportation. His daily driver is a BMW sedan that combines performance with reliability, purchased for approximately $80. The classic Jaguar in his garage represents both a passion purchase and a potential investment, as vintage cars often appreciate in value over time. Unlike many wealthy athletes, who buy multiple supercars, Shai's vehicle choices reflect functionality and long-term value retention. The captaincy of West Indies ODI and T20I teams brought additional financial benefits beyond the extra payments for leadership responsibility. Being captain increased his market value significantly, making him more attractive to franchise teams and sponsors who want to associate with leadership qualities. The visibility that comes with captaincy led to speaking engagements and appearance fees that add tens of thousands of dollars to his annual income. More importantly, the leadership experience is preparing him for lucrative post-cricket career opportunities in coaching and cricket administration. His approach to giving back demonstrates both personal values and smart tax planning. The cricket academies he has established in Barbados provide free coaching to underprivileged children, while also creating tax-deductible charitable expense. These facilities employ local coaches and support staff, creating jobs in his community while developing the next generation of cricket talent. The academies also serve as potential business ventures that could generate income in the future if they expand or franchise to other locations. The mental health challenges that come with professional sports success are real and ongoing. Shai works with sports psychologists regularly, understanding that mental wellness is as important as physical fitness for long-term success. The anxiety and pressure that once nearly ended his career are now managed through professional support, meditation practices, and stress management techniques. His current lifestyle reflects both his success and his value. He enjoys the fruits of his labor while maintaining the humility and work ethic that brought him success. The quiet teenager who once wondered if he was good enough has become a millionaire athlete who lifts others up along the way. His legacy extends beyond cricket statistics. It includes the lives he has touched and the opportunities he has created for others. Smash that subscribe button, because next week I'm revealing the secret investment that made this cricket star richer than his salary ever could. And it's not what any financial advisor would recommend.